for the land of the...
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports for DA. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. Murray out there with Porter. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Doncic. Porzingis. It's a 2. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
The 3 for Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Porter passes to Bol. Clock at 6. Pass to Jokic from 11 feet away. Again, the Nuggets score.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Richardson outside. Doncic against Porter. Doncic, no good. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Richardson against Murray. And that one, good. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Doncic against Porter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Now Murray. He's got 5. Porzingis comes with the double team. Murray, the pass to Jokic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Barton. Dishes to McGee. It's good.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Here's Brunson. 4-point game. Can't connect from short range. The Nuggets have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Here's Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you've got to love it. I mean, Millsap drawing contact, not afraid to get banged around a little bit.
Both free throws good for Millsap. Mavericks trail by 6. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. Shoots over McGee. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here is Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Barton, no luck. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
This is his first trip to the line tonight, and he makes the first.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell finds Cauley Stein. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Passes it to Morris. 4 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Cole is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter in at the 2. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. To the middle. And there's the pass to Doncic. Richardson for 3. Knocks it loose.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Doncic feeling it out. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets leading by 7.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Al Richardson after Luka Doncic's 3-pointer that didn't go. Outside Gordon. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. To the paint. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Jokic against Marjanovic. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. what are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Barton, wide open, he fires. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Hardaway passes to Miller. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 7. Morris, no good. Pass to Melly. Now Brunson. Over Morris. Dallas again missing. 1:04 left here in the second. Yes, that goes in. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Out to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell for 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Nuggets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Dozier.
Millsap doing a nice job there reading the defense and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Melly. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway for 3. That one, no good. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Up the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You just can't allow Millsap to get that kind of position. I mean, once he does have it, he's determined to score or at least get fouled.
Both free throws good for Millsap. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 13-point game. Looking to end the run. And Doncic throws it down.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
And so it's... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And one of the strengths of this Denver...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Dallas. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Pass to Jokic. That one's not going to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And, you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. To the inside. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And here is Murray. He has 5. Passes it to Jokic. The dish to Gordon. It's stolen. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Now here's Porter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Murray. Millsap trying to get open. Moves back up.
And, you know, while Millsap doesn't demand attention, he's a natural leader and does demand respect. He's somebody the younger guys certainly look up to.
The Nuggets have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Good on the second free throw. Here's Doncic. He's got 13. Lob pass to Porzingis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And, guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Now, here's Jokic. 6 points for him. And an intentional foul right there. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Murray against Brunson. Right side, Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Now the pass to Hardaway for the 3. Millsap grabs the miss.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Now here's Brunson on the wing. Hardaway to the middle. Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Murray surveying the D. Jokic passes to Murray. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Jokic trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Now here is Hardaway. Hands it from downtown. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Hardaway Jr., guys, doing a nice job. They're just taking what the defense gives them in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet away, and the bank shot is good. He's got 7.
Murray's shot is a real weapon for him. He's as reliable a shooter from the mid-range as it gets.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Nuggets on top, up by 7. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Morris. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Morris. The Mavericks making the shot. They swipe it. And here's the fast break. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Richardson outside. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Up top, Morris. Guarded by Doncic. Over to the wing. Dozier kicks to McGee. Shoots. A nice shot by Dozier. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Now, here is Morris. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Denver.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And Denver again with the bucket.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And so here is Dallas. Denver getting their last shot to go. Doncic, no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Mavericks trail by 8. Up top, Porzingis. Clock at 6. Over Millsap. That one off the back iron and out. Denver leading by 8. Dozier passes to Morris. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over Millsap. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. For Denver, they've got all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Morris throws it down.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good again that time. The Nuggets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Barton against Richardson. It's stolen by Marjanovic. It's stolen by Morris. McGee finds Millsap. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And again, Denver no good. Mavericks trail by 10. Richardson attacking. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Nuggets. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nuggets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key
to their victory.
McGee. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Doncic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Murray with it. So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our Up next. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the...
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight and... And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Murray against Jackson. Dishes to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Batum wide open. He fires. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Batum's got the first points up on the board for the Clippers. Murray the pass to Barton. Jokic with it. Right wing. Shoots over Batum. Jokic with the bucket. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Nobody near George. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Murray. There's the pass to Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Inside. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Barton.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
George against Barton. Pass to Leonard. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Barton. Jokic with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Gordon the pass to Murray. And here's Jokic. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Murray penetrating. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Downright lethal in the pick and roll. Gordon's size and quickness, along with the decision-making, it's a tough combination. And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless, just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now George. Pass to Leonard. A three ball. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Porter. The kick out to Barton. And a wide open look for Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
So they take the lead. George has got 6. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Jackson. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Jackson. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Now here's Murray. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jokic passes to Porter. Clock at 4. Denver needs to get off his shot and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Outside Jackson. Leonard attacking. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. From deep. And it's Michael Porter with the 3. He's got 5.
Just so smooth pulling up there off the dribble. Porter terrific at being unpredictable and knowing when to take that shot.
Leonard attacking. That one drops for him.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
1 quarter in the books. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Beverly wide open. No good from outside. Denver in the lead.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Morris inside, defended by Beverly. Dozier passes to Morris. From downtown, he doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The pass to Ibaka. Stolen. And here's Rivers. And stolen by Cousins. Kennard with the ball. Charity stripe shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Denver now. Dozier kicks to Millsap. On the wing, Morris. 6 to shoot. It's Rivers on the wing. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kennard on the wing. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind and the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
They grabbed their own miss. Now Kennard fires for 3. Rebounded by McGee. 1:15 left in the first half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Stripped it away. Ibaka finds Kennard. Stolen by McGee. Stolen away. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. All going up court. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Strong move by Cousins. You see why he's been averaging 7 to 8 free throws a game over the past few seasons.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the turnover again by Denver. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
There's Jackson with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. Murray dishes to Barton. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Jokic top of the key. To stop the drought, and Jokic throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. There's Jackson with the 3. That one misses. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Porter. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he comes up with the deuce.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Murray, the pass to Barton. To the paint, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And too long on the shot.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Gordon kicks to Porter. Back to Gordon.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside Leonard. Shoots the three. Drains the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Clippers leading by 8. Leonard on the wing. Over Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. Jokic passes to Porter. Knocks down the three ball. Porter's got his third bucket of the night.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's. Even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
Nobody near Leonard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Jokic.
A focal point of this offense, Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
George looking around. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Inside, stolen by Zubac. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And it's Denver with the rebound. Martin with it. Leonard picks him up. Murray against Jackson. Murray kicks to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. On the wing, George. Martin defending. A three from Leonard. No good on the shot. And the Nuggets going the other way. Martin dishes to Murray. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Clippers leading by 6. Morris finds Jackson. Back to Morris. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Kawhi. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Luke Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
To the middle, here's McGee. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Pass to Kennard. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Throws it up high. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Pass to Ibaka. To the paint. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Outside, Batum. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kennard against Rivers. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside for Batum. Back to Cousins. Left side, Ibaka. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ibaka's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka efficient inside.
Morris looking over the floor. McGee dishes to Morris. Here's the 3. A shot off that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. And it's Beverley missing. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Dozier goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Cousins inside. He's against Morris. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets trail by 8. Rivers passes to Dozier. No good with the triple.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverley fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Serge Ibaka. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Jackson dishes to Batum. Just 4 to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Nuggets trail by 10. Moving it up. Dozier kicks to Rivers. Over George. Goes up again. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Morris outside. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Rivers can't get it to go. LA has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. The three from George. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Leonard with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Morris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Gets the first. And that brings them within single digits. And Morris drops them both. Here's Jackson. 24 seconds left in the game. Kicks it to George. From the arc. And it's George again missing. To the inside. Here's Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
And both free throws good for Gordon. The deep three from George. No good. So the Clippers with the win. It was up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Now, Doncic. About a minute played so far here in the first. Passes to Richardson. Jackson against Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And the pass to Finney-Smith. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Traps in the tray.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
George against Richardson. Inside. Outside for George. Trying to end the drought. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Now, Paul George does not get nervous in these situations. He's so calm and allows his game to flow under duress.
Now, here's Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Richardson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Beverly. That's a 2 from Kennard. Cauley Stein grabs the board. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. Brunson the pass to Powell. Beverly against Brunson. Tipped away. Kennard on the wing. And that one drops for him. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Brunson. Pass to Melly. Shoots over Batum. They get it back.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And the Clippers have possession following the score by Dallas. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. There's the dish to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Brunson. Back to Powell. The shot misses. Nice D from Cousins. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. The Clippers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. First free throw is good. That one drops. He ties it up. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. With 2 seconds left. No good on that one.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Recently, we...
Old school basketball.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
They've got Cauley Stein, Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Melly in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Batum. Finish off the break. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Here's Powell. Cauley Stein dishes to Powell. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Off target with his 3. And it's the Clippers' ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Cauley Stein passes to Powell. Hardaway with it. Kennard covering. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Out to Hardaway. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 4. Ibaka, the pass to Cousins. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Beverly dishes to Cousins. Down low. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And they pick up 2.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. A three-pointer is right on target. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Passes it to Richardson. Back to Doncic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just another way, Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Kennard against Richardson. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Clock is at 3. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Doncic passes to Richardson. The pass to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Zubac. George against Richardson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Pass to Marjanovic. The feed now to Richardson. Doncic with it. Shoots over Leonard.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on... And that'll do it for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here is Los Angeles now. They lead by 4. Checking out the group with Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
George drops in the layup for 2. George has got 7 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Stolen by Zubac. One-on-one fast break. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Over Richardson. And it's George missing. Mavericks trail by 4. Takes a 3. And there's Richardson on the assist by Doncic. Richardson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Jackson looking it over. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Porzingis. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. He's got 6.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. spots in the post. Bojanovic on him. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. With a lead, Morris with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. The shot that time, not on target. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Floats one up. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He was like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Well, there's incredible height and reach and length and touch from the inside when we're talking about Serge Ibaka.
Beverly against Brunson. Good on the shot.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
For the tie, the Clippers grab the miss. Out to the right wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Brunson against Beverly. On the wing, Hardaway. Takes the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
Beverly looking around. Shoots over Brunson. Off target with that shot. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now, here is Ibaka. Passes it to Beverly. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Jackson misses.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic to take the lead. The Clippers grab the miss. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Leonard with no one around. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Patterson against Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. The fadeaway. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. Clippers leading by 4. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Right side, Leonard fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Doncic against George. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Clippers with a change here too. Kennard's checked in. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis shoots over Patterson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post, possesses great touch and great length.
Doncic looking it over. Kicks it to Powell from 15 feet away. Porzingis passes to Powell. Back to Porzingis. Richardson outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Patterson. Mavericks trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Doncic. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Here's Doncic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Doncic against Leonard. Fires from the wing. Bucket is good. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Doncic against George. For 3. And it's Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Back to Leonard. He kicks it to George. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Richardson outside. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's the pass to Pop. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris passes to Leonard. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. The tray. Pass to George. Kicks to Leonard. Now, here's George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That is it. The city of Dallas. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Cole is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Murray in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And Doncic gets it to go. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, Richardson has great range and is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Richardson against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And so it's Dallas with it after the Nuggets pick up 2. Porter with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Lob pass to Gordon. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Richardson's running. Here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Can't hit that one. And Denver the other way now.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Doncic looking it over. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And Jokic slams it in.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Doncic outside. The Mavericks rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic. Porzingis with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. 5 to shoot. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Murray. Shoots over Doncic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, really, when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drive. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Brunson. Hardaway finds Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Unloads from 13. 6 to shoot. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Dozier kicks to Morris. Stolen by Brunson. Redick way outside. Millsap grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. To end the cold streak. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 7. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts.
Selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got J.J. Redick, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here's Barton. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Powell finds Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Dozier. Good D by Hardaway.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Barton, no luck. Outside Hardaway. And again, Dallas turns it over.
just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Denver leading by 11. And here's Barton. And there's the pass to Millsap. To the paint. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Doncic against Morris. Left side, Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here is Morris. It's Barton with the drive, and Barton throws it down.
Running with purpose. Whenever Barton gets a lane right to the rim, he's going to rise up with power and throw it down.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Doncic. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running. He lobs it up. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Nuggets lead by 15. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Richardson following the basket by Jokic. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
To the middle, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Shakes him, and it's good on the layup. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
Murray, the pass to Bull. Murray against Richardson. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Doncic. Denver getting their last shot to go. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Richardson outside. Passes it to Marjanovic. And here's Porzingis. Over Bull. And it's Dallas with another.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Richardson against Murray. Good if it goes. And so it's Denver. 13th.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. And that'll about...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee, Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Dozier in at the small forward spot. And here are the Mavericks now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Down low, stolen by McGee. He's got a clear path. Here's Barton, and a missed layup.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And Brunson has it in the corner. Lets it go from 14. Misses off the right iron. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Mavericks trail by 17. Poked loose. Barton surveying the floor. Out to Morris. And the 3 off target. The Mavericks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, you can't forget about the jumping ability of Barton now. I mean, this guy is phenomenal at finishing off these alley-oops.
Hardaway passes to Brunson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. He gets it in there. Brunson's got his first points in this one.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Morris against Brunson. Clock at 6. Morris dishes to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Now Brunson from outside the arc. Millsap grabs the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Pulls up for 3. Dozier can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. And they're running. 3-pointer, Barton. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They double him with Barton. Out to Hardaway. From the arc. He's off on that one. Denver leading by 19. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And here's Morris for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Morris has got 5.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Dallas foul call.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line for the Nuggets, DJ Dozier. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now, here's Doncic.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
It's his first trip to the line. All free throws good from Doncic. The Nuggets leading by 19. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it to Barton. Unloads. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Morris passes to Barton. Back to Morris. From about 19 feet, it's rebounded by Porzingis.
We just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Morris outside. And nothing is falling for him right now. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead, up. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Mavericks trail by 15. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Porzingis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, with that top-shelf athleticism and the 7'3" frame, Porzingis always a threat for a putback jam.
Now here's Barton. Back to Morris. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Porzingis. Now, here is Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Offensive rebound. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. It's tipped. Feeds it to Powell. Back to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Morris with the ball. Inside. Porzingis looking it over. Morris into the lane. Banked in off the glass. Morris has got 9 points now in just the 2nd half.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Pass to Pop. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Barton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Well, sprinting up the court aggressively, Barton seizing any opportunity to get scores in these situations.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Doncic against Morris. And there's the feed to McGee. Right side Millsap. And it goes down 2 points.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Now, here's Doncic from deep three-point range. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Three-pointer, Barton. It's rebounded by Dallas. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Dozier.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to McGee. Puts up a three. They get it again. The kick out to Barton. Takes a three. Tries again. Millsap trying to get open. And it's off the back rim. No good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for JaVale McGee.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their games. Deadly from the mid-range.
Millsap misses. Now Doncic. Now the pass to Pop. So the Nuggets win it, and in the win, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for
For the land of the...
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Bol. Then there's Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the two-guard spot. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Back to Jokic over Leonard. Porter passes to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Kept alive. Bol the pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 3. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Porter against George. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Now here's Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bol. Misses the 3.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Morris has got 5.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Murray against Beverley. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Zubac kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Murray surveying the D. Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Leonard. "16 feet away. Porter pulls it in.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. On defense, the Clippers. 1:44 left in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Back to Murray. Fires it up. That one a little long. The Clippers in the lead. Beverley the pass to George. And it's Gordon penetrating. Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Beverley against Murray. And it's Jokic missing.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Right side, Porter takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Leonard looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Porter. Now, here's Bull. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. 4 on the clock. He gets that one.
Well, for a young player, that's some awareness. Murray, with the clock winding down, gets that to go.
Beverley for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Monte Morris, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 3. Clippers on defense. It's a 3-point game. Morris kicks to Dozier. To the inside. Here's Millsap. And foul on the folks. The coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot's good by Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Morris against Jackson. They get a hand on it, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Morris dishes to McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Both free throws good from McGee. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Jackson deciding where to go with it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And here's Morris for 3. Millsap passes to Dozier. Back to Millsap. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers leading by 3. And here's Kennard. And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Now here's Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Cousins inside. Martin defending. McGee with the block. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Dozier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
He doesn't get the second one. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Ibaka right side. Back to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Ibaka, this is to Jackson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Nuggets trail by 4. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Dozier. From deep. And another miss by Denver.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Ibaka, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Millsap at the elbow. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Here's Barton outside for Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's good. Barton's got his first bucket in this one.
I don't think that bothered Will Barton in the least, just rising up and knocking down a pressure-filled shot.
Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. The putback, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 6 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Martin with it. And Barton throws it down.
Oh, yeah, sure, Will Barton, you could have laid that one in, but why? People pay tickets to see that kind of stuff.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George invited. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Beverley. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots from the elbow. And good that time.
Well, the poise right there from Paul George, that's just a veteran that has no panic in his game.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here's Leonard. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Zubac kicks to George. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Murray outside. Jokic against Beverley. Murray, good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here's George. After Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Leonard finds George. Denver grabs the miss. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here we go. Gordon, the pass to Porter. And he converts the layup.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. The pass to Leonard. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Murray outside. Stolen by Zubac. Pass to Morris. Porter against George. Passes it to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. That's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got 7.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here's Jokic. Outside, Porter. Pulls up on the wing. Reverses. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Dozier kicks to Morris. He feeds it to McGee. Makes it off the glass. He's got 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Kennard. Jackson against Morris. Now Jackson. Cousins dishes to Ibaka. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Morris passes to McGee. Morris outside. Over Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Kennard. McGee with the block. He made it! He gets it to go! Wow!
Oh, incredible.
It's all tied in Denver. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got JaVale McGee. Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Back to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Kennard. And Cousins throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And here's McGee. Feeds to Morris. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And it's denied. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Nuggets trail by 4. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Barton kicks to Millsap. The pass to Morris. Back to Millsap. And the layup falls.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Kennard up top. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morris against Jackson. Millsap inside. Morris finds Millsap. To the inside. Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Ibaka. Jackson down low. He's against Morris. Here's Patterson. Trying to get open as Ibaka. Patterson, that's good. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Barton surveying the floor. inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Clippers leading by 6. George dishes to Leonard. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love how Leonard slices passes through the defense. He guts the defense pretty quick on that pick and roll.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Outside Leonard. Step back shot. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. Murray outside. And there's the pass to Jokic. To stop the run. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Going 6 for 7.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Serge Ibaka.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray with it. George picks him up.
Man, I didn't know he could get up like that.
41 seconds left in the fourth. George from deep three-point land. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's George. Knocks down the step-back J.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Alley-oop try, and so Los Angeles takes the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Clock at 6. Passes to Marjanovic. And he gets the bucket. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And here is Doncic. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now the Clippers on the break. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic passes to Richardson. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a three-point game. Count that one. He's got 7.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now, here is George. Down low, Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Doncic passes to Porzingis. The 3. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Way to run the floor, big fella. And this is what you get from DeMarcus Cousins. He plays with a lot of passion.
Doncic finds Richardson. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Finney-Smith. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Clippers leading by 5. And here's Leonard from 3. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Lots of room. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Leonard. 1:16 left to play in the first. Good work defensively by Richardson. Mavericks trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. And here's Porzingis. Doncic with it. Defended by Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. George against Richardson. Now here is George. Guarded closer. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Doncic with it. Deflects the pass. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 9. We'll be back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. Here's Redick. Hardaway for 3, just 5 to shoot. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Now here's Redick. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Cauley Stein kicks to Redick. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
The pass to Kennard. Latre. Passes it to Mann. Jackson with it. Takes the 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Pass to Cousins. Ibaka right side. Jackson against Hardaway. Jackson misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Here's Brunson. No good off the front iron. Los Angeles leading by 13. Cousins inside. Brunson covering. Here's Ibaka. Doesn't go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Cauley Stein kicks to Redick. Pass to Brunson. To the wing right side. Wide open look here for Cauley Stein. Trying to get something going. Brunson, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson drives in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Really a good season for him overall. Last year, when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now, here's Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Here's Jackson. It's a 13-point game, and they pick up 2.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard looking around. And the pass to Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Out to Porzingis. Stolen by Jackson. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Doncic left side. And the dunk by Doncic.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now Leonard. Paul George missing from long range. Zubac no good. Richardson up top. Misses the one-handed jam. And so it's the loss.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11. And that.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
George against Doncic. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now, here is George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 6 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Passes it to Marjanovic. Now Doncic. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor. Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And that one, good. 6 points for him.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
On the wing, George. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now here's Hardaway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Redick inside the line. No good off the back of the rim.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Beverly for three. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks trail by 12. The pull-up. Redick for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here's the fast break. Knocked away. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Brunson kicks to Redick. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. There's the feed to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Redick for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Fast break, Dallas. Redick against Beverly. For Dallas, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. He misses the free throw.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
51 seconds left in the third. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Leonard. The step back jumper is good. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The range of Luke Kennard on display. This guy is a lights-out shooter.
Here's Redick. Pass to Brunson. It's Redick on the wing. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Brunson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Mann. A three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks trail by 16. Brunson the pass to Redick. Powell with it. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Now, here's Richardson. And it's good. 2 points. 8 points for Porzingis.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Back to Ibaka. Now Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Marjanovic finds Porzingis. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Pass to Batum. And here's Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Out to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Mann. Kennard, the bounce pass. Here's Ibaka. He can't get it to go. And it's Dallas the other way. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Passes to Finney-Smith. Launches it. Rebounded by Jackson.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And stolen by Richardson. And they're moving it up. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Outside Jackson. Misses from close range. Mavericks trail by 14. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Good on the bucket.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
He's perfect from the line this time.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. Porzingis with the rebound. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Richardson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Super assertive on the offensive end. Something Josh has worked on, and it's paid off.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the middle, Cousins finds Zubac. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Doncic. From 6 feet out, he nails it.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Doncic, stolen by Zubac. So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.